He back. It's wartime. Pain on my face, it's time to gear up. I hear they talking fly about my king, it's time to live up. They done woke up a lion, ain't no stopping when I'm stepping. It's too late now, it's rapping in my jeans, no need for guessing. You flexing, while we repping that Elohim to the fullest. Loaded clip, man, we shoot from the hip, I dare you to pull it. These bullets is encrypted with scripture, call it the truth. That'll kill a lie in a second, but it's meant to say to you. You see the murder they committing in the booth. These musical crime lords with no verifiable proof, they sterilizing the youth. You throw your life away, give all of your time away if they verify you with blue checks.
Welcome to another episode of Men Can We Talk. I'm your host, Anthony Ray.
Your co-host, Azriel, the big dog, Maccabee.
Yeah, we got Jeffrey Wood. We got my dog in here with us, man. And
I appreciate y'all for having me.
yes, sir. Hey, man, y'all listen. Y'all know what to do, man. Y'all need to go to the YouTube page. First things first. Go to the YouTube page at Men Can We Talk Podcast and subscribe to the channel. Go find us on Instagram, find us on Facebook at Men Can We Talk. And just like the pages, man. Subscribe, help us out. That's the least that our supporters could do, just follow and subscribe and help us, keep the algorithm. If y'all really want to help, comment and share and like, and that helps the algorithm, man. And, we start popping up on different things, man. But y'all continue to do that, man. Y'all can find this podcast. It'll be streaming on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, and on YouTube. So that's where you'll be able to find this at and all the other episodes. And I just want to give a disclaimer. We're at my residence. And y'all gonna probably hear a door open here and there. You might hear my kids. I know right now it's the next door neighbor cutting their grass back there out of nowhere now because we want to do this. But yeah, man. So if y'all hear all that stuff, just ignore it. You might see my wife walk through the camera and hit the camera. But yeah, man, we chilling. We at my house, man. We vibing out here in Newberry, Florida. So yeah, if y'all hear anything, man, just ignore it. We out here vibing. But today it's a special one for me, man, because I got my boy here. When I tell y'all this right here is one of my brothers, we met each other back in like 5th grade at Metcalf Elementary, Tree Trail Apartments. And man, when I tell y'all, way back. Y'all know me. Y'all know I was in Tree Trail for a minute, from I think the 2nd grade all the way to the end of 9th grade. I was out there in the hood, man. This right here was my boy. When I met this dude right here, listen, it was love from the beginning. I think we clicked playing football. We was he had love Florida State like me, and he would always talk about Peter Ward. That's what he thought he was. He thought he was Peter Ward. And man, this man he was playing football, man, throwing football, throw up tackle. He used to be doing his little moves. I was like, dang, he kind of rolled. And from there, man, it was love, man. And we stayed like that until I moved out the hood, man. And, we lost contact for a minute. And but it was never, we just kind of went separate ways, but I used to always just think about my dog. Like, dang, I wonder where Jeff at, Once I moved out the hood, I really lost contact with everybody, man. And my boy did some time behind the walls, and he just got out last month. And while he was in there, man, I was trying to write him, send him some pictures, just trying to keep my boy up, man. And when he got out, I'm like, boy, I got to find my boy. Whatever I got to do, I got to find him. Really? We found each other, man. Once we found each other, we back, man. And it just feels good to be able to see my dog again on this side of life.
Yes, sir.
And man, I just want my boy to kind of talk real quick and tell y'all where he at, man. And, you know, where you been at.
Man, like I say, man, I told you before, man, I truly believe in spiritual principalities, man. So it's like that magnetic force, you know what I'm saying? No matter what you put between two magnets, they gonna always come together.
Mm.
So what we had between us, distance, time, when we was always in two magnets, dog, you know what I'm saying, that had a force that the creator, you know what I'm saying, put in us, you know what I'm saying? So like I say, you know, I truly believe in spiritual principalities, and through the grace of God, man, I just thank him, man, for being here today. Thank God for building you and making you the man that you is today, you know what I'm saying? Because, bro, we came so far. And like I say, man, I thank you for having me, man. You know, something different, you know. I'm not a dad, but I did raise my niece and nephews, so, you know, hey, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man, this is a blessing. So, I did 15 years in prison, man, and I stand here today, man. I am living proof that, you know, for the ones that's, man, you can do it, But it starts with self. You have to want it for yourself. You have to want change, you know. And I used to think change was a bad thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, but change is not always bad, man. You know what I'm saying? So you have to want change, especially when it's for the better, it's for the good. So, man, once again, man, I appreciate y'all for having me on here, man. Straight up, man. All praise due to the Most High.
And I think it's an interesting thing because, you know, we got you who did time on Behind the Walls. On the side you was on, and then my man Big Up, he works. On the other, so I think it's a big dynamic, you know, like, you know, to be able to hear it from your side on what you saw, where you were, and be able to hear, you know, somebody like who's on that side, on the other side, you know. And so it's like, I want you to kind of talk about what you see, you know, going into like what even got you into wanting to go into a career like that, get into that.
Man, I wanted to do something that I wanted to feel like I was doing a service. I technically wanted to be a police officer at first, and just didn't feel like going through the
training and stuff,
long road to get there. But once I got in there, I kind of had a different motivation as far as how I operate as an officer. So, for those that don't know, I have two close family members who's doing time. Well, one just got out last week. Shout out to my dog, Lum Diddy. What's up, baby? He was gone for 15, and so he's like probably besides my granddad, like one of the biggest influences in my life. And so him being gone did something to me, hurt me. And then my little brother, he's gone, but he get out in November, so he been gone 10 years. And yeah, when I get inside the walls, I always look at it like this, man. I treat people fair because I want wherever they at for them to be treated fair.
That's real.
Like that was that's what's guided me, you know. And then too, my spiritual beliefs, you know. I know that fairness is key, righteousness is key. So I don't want to treat nobody unjust because I don't want to be treated unjust. I don't want the Most High to judge me unrighteously. And so, and that behind those walls, that's kind of how I view things, man. I've talk to inmates. I do a lot of talking, counseling almost. Guys come to me telling me their information, or telling me their story, or asking me advice on this and that, and I'm always gonna lead them to y'all. Period.
Yeah,
And sometimes I get flack for that at my job, like straight up, like they don't like that. Inmates come talk to me. But what's crazy is behind the walls, or in a prison, you have these things, what they call certain officers, catch dogs. You probably heard that term. I'm a catch dog.
Yeah.
I'm the one who they gonna call when somebody acting crazy. They play cowboy to the inmate playing cowboy with them. Now it's time to change to, all right, I need a little leverage here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm who they call. I'm the one who they call when it get bad. So I have to, even in those situations, man, it be like, I try my best not to, be that guy, that complete head buster. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
But it 9 times out of 10, that's what it boiled out to. You know what I'm saying? So I have to play I really have to have a balance, man. And what you see inside the prison is a non-balance. You're taught as, when I first started, we was in brown, so it was brown versus blue. You know what I'm saying? Now it's gray versus blue, and I look at it like this: like the camp I'm at, like these dudes going home. So why would I treat a person or make it a situation where it's me against them, knowing I'm gonna see this guy outside the gate? Like, you know what I mean? How many guys I done ran to outside of the gate? I done been in Publix and Sarge.
Yeah.
And a lot of times I got to look like, dang, did I have a bad encounter with this person?
Yeah.
I got a batch.
I got to think about, is it straight? You know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause you had it. You know what I'm saying? So I try to make sure that is a minimum. Like, when I don't want nobody to see me on the street and be like, oh, that soft ass Ross, we kill that mother. You had those situations. I have another cousin, man. He did 10 years in the feds, and when he came home right before I started this job, and he was telling me how he had a guy who in their prison was doing certain things. And he like, man, cuz I ain't gonna tell you nothing to do your job or whatever, but man, don't be this guy. You know what I'm saying? And this guy was kind of dirty, but he looked out for the guys. You know what I'm saying? And so it was a situation where dudes EOS, they got out. It was like a bunch of them all got out on the same day. But this officer had a flat tire on the same highway that most of these guys travel. And all these inmates pulled over to help him out, just because of how he treated them inside. And he was, that kind of stuck with me. Like, do you want somebody, when they see you, they want to kill you? Because I'd have been in that just on street life. I'd have beat him to death and seen him in the mall the next day, like, damn. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, do I want to be on that? Especially now, like, you grown, you got kids, you got to be on point at all times. And this day and age, dudes just retarded. So I just always feel like, man, I'm going to do what's righteous. Does that mean it don't get bad? Yeah, it get bad. My first use of force, I broke somebody's jaw. My very first one. So it's like, did I do it intentionally? No. But that's what it was the cause of. That was the cause and effect. So you see, what I see is this: how I look at it. everybody had decisions. Everybody had choices to make. Some people put a burden or a weight on themselves that they really ain't got to.
And it's crazy that you said that. I don't mean to cut you off, but it's crazy that you say that because when you put that burden on yourself, what it do? Well, I'm gonna just speak for me.
Go ahead.
It kind of like a substitute. That burden kind of, like I told you earlier, like man, I'm going through a little something I don't want to, because that's out of love. I love you, so I'm gonna wear this burden, and I don't really want to share it with you because I don't want you to feel, what I'm going through. You see what I'm saying? So, I use this burden and this stuff that I'm going through to substitute, and to not bring you. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of, I really can't, put.
No, I got what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying, though?
Yeah, because sometimes we do that a lot of times we do that not out of protection of other people, but just we honestly trying to protect ourselves. We know we don't want to go a certain route. We don't want to cause certain things or cause us to do certain things, so we place this burden. I just hold it. You know what I'm saying? But inside the walls, it's kind of different to me because, like, I'm gonna use you as an example. You don't look like you aged at all.
Yeah.
Like,
real talk.
Prison preserve it does that.
So how prison preserves you, but you gonna see somebody you ain't seen in 15 years, and I know it was a bunch of people you seen like, dog, you look old as heck. Like, what happened?
Dang.
So think like this.
I see what you're going. Where you going?
We look at it inside the walls as it's supposed to be stressful, which I ain't saying it ain't. But how can you be preserved and you almost ageless in there? Like you see dudes. When I look the first time I got the video time my cousin when he came home, I'm like, nigga, you look super young. And he older than me. And my wife said something like, that's crazy. Like, stress out here. Age is different.
Yeah.
And the reason why it's like that too, because you gotta think like this. When you out here in society and all these distractions and all the temptations, females, drugs,
facts.
Those are the type of things that we don't have full access to. Like, okay, I might shake the ball, but it ain't like just clocking in like how I want it, y'all. So it's like I ain't smoking like how I want to smoke. I'm eating 3 meals a day, you know what I'm saying? When I was on the street before I fell, bro, I probably eat 1 meal. The next 2 days I've been on pills all and man.
But see, that's what I'm saying. See, inside I'm looking at it from my point of view, right? Like, dog, what you really worried about? Besides somebody acting stupid in you.
Yeah.
Like you get your 3 meals a day. You sleep. Like you ain't gotta worry about where you laying your head at tonight. Like none of them, you ain't gotta worry about a bill.
But, you right though too, but it's like with the stressful part come in that it's like I say, some people ain't got to like, dang, I want to talk to my mom.
Facts.
Dang, man. So it's like, it's just the being away. That's the stressful part.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? Or the stressful part is where I gotta wake up and I gotta get counted. It's count time. Yeah, we just going count time. We ain't even going. And we going back and count. It's the same count from the last time. You see what I'm saying? That's the stressful part. Or the stressful part is going down into that chow hall and then, man, what is this? My dog don't even, you know what I'm saying? My dog eat better than me. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, that's the part, but in the same token, it's like, we put ourselves here. So it's like, you deal with it. You know what I'm saying? But in the same token, like I say, man, I like to work out, you know what I'm saying? Take my butt to work. And the main part, education, man. You have to educate yourself because education is so limited in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like I told Sharp before, man, that like, man, I try to help the brother get the GED. I got mine. When I went through the youthful, it was mandatory. We marching, we PTing.
Oh, you wild?
You know, take your butt to school.
You said you was in Brown?
I went through Brevard. So you know, it's crash time.
We
bumping in there or we marching, we stepping, calling the caterer, or you know what I'm saying? So man, it's like And that's what helped. That's kind of what helped preserve. You know what I'm saying? Stay working out. You know what I'm saying? And the education is so limited, man. And I kind of like that we on this topic because, like, from an inmate point of view, that be real, man. It's all part of the white man's plan, man. They want us to be, where we at. You know what I'm saying? To where we killing each other, or you know what I'm saying, and then they just sit back and learn to be. You know what I'm saying? It's been going on before I'm born. I know it's gonna be going on when I'm dead and gone. You see what I'm saying? But it's all part of the plan. You know what I'm saying? And gotta break that cycle, man. That's a revolving door. Without the inmates, it won't be officers that have a job. You see what I'm saying?
Listen, I tell dudes all the time. This is no joke. Any man tell you, I want you to go home. Like if I lose my job because there's nobody here for me to protect or to watch over,
that's beautiful.
I've done my job.
Straight up.
Like I am with that, and like you said, like I'm pro-black, I'm pro-brew all day long. Period. Everybody know what I'm gonna do, know how I am. So if I got a chance to get this young black man, even if a white boy come to me, I get this young white boy to change his mindset.
Human being, period.
Right. And to do right, I'm on it. I'm with it.
And that's crazy that you said that because like I thought the officer, he was our boss man. And when he wants to work, he called. It's 20-something people inside grounds, but you calling the main one. But you know we gonna work.
The
but
ones that's gonna work.
Boss man, I'm a human being. I ain't no robot. You feel me? Like it's 20-something people, but you calling these same 8 people. You know what I'm saying? And not try to, you know what I'm saying, like, I still do it just to show him that, like, you really ain't doing that to me. You really creating a monster. You see what I'm saying? Y'all created this. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was given to me. I ain't asked to come to prison. You know what I'm saying? This is given, even though I made a decision, a bad choice. But, man, well, that was a blessing. The Father God, Lord have mercy upon me. And it was a blessing, man. It was a blessing in disguise, beyond through all the stuff I put myself through, you know what I'm saying? But he allowed that to happen, you know what I'm saying, to make me who I am today. Like, I ain't who I used to be, but I sure ain't where I ought to be at either, you see what I'm saying? So it's like, it's still growth, it's still so much growth. It's just like when you look up in the sky, you think it's the cloud, not where it stopped, but man, it keep going and going and going, there's no ending. And it keep going, and keep going, and keep going. And like I say, I ain't where I ought to be at, but where I ought to be. You know what I'm saying? Because it keep going. It's a never, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's where it take, separation. Put myself around good people, because when you around good people, good images, you know what I'm saying, or building, I can create better ideas of good, positive things, and it's just, it keep going, it keep going, it keep going, you see what I'm saying? But then when you separate yourself around people who want to bring you down, that's where the ending part, that's where it stops, where you can just see it, that's where it stops it. Because it's going to either be this, or it's going to be this, you see what I'm saying? But when you doing good, it ain't no, you know what I'm saying?
No end.
It ain't no end to it, you see what I'm saying? Even if when you think somebody passed away, but the spirit never, going back to the spiritual principality, it never stops. It's never, you know what I'm saying? Because it's always going to be there. But not to get off topic or anything, but when I was in prison and I used to look at officers and be like, like for example, we used to have this officer and he'd be like, 12. He'd come, I ain't no 12, I ain't no 12. You call me no 12. All right. Yeah. But then he try to act like he's just so cool and like he just understand us inmates of how we, you know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't calling you 12. We ain't saying like you the police and that. That's just how the alert to do them. Like, hey man, the police coming here. That's just something we say to, hey, 12, tighten up. You know what I'm saying? That's just something it's a chain gang rule. It's a dormitory rule. So we have to do. You know
as an officer, you know how retarded we think that is?
You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to tell you why. Now you letting us know something's wrong.
Yeah. But not
you
necessarily.
Let us know. Man, every time.
But not necessarily.
Let me tell you, I'm going to keep it 100 with you, right?
Not necessarily though.
Listen, like I said, I'm not a rundown officer. I'm not the cop. But let somebody 12 me. And every time someone, my dorm knows not to 12 me.
Okay.
Every time someone is 12 me, I found something. Cause I want to go do my job.
Yeah, okay, you're 12. But then you know you got other spots. You got other spots, hot water or whatever the little call.
Jake, you got a phone call.
Yeah.
Like all that you hear, I know. Mm-hmm. But the whole thing is, it's cool if that's what you're doing to alert the door.
But that's just so.
But you also letting the officer know that somebody is in there doing something they ain't supposed to be doing. So if I just decide to okay, I'm finna start shaking down. I'm gonna find something just because you already let me know something else is going on.
Okay. So let's say like this.
Let's go ahead.
Let's say like this. You come to the door and we on alert, right?
Uh-huh. And
then let's just say you just do a run, so you still find something.
Uh-huh.
So if I wanted to alert them, you probably wouldn't have found that. You see what I'm saying? If I would have learned like, hey man, hey, you know what I'm saying? Even if somebody doing, because everybody gonna do their own time. You see what I'm saying? I might be reading, I might be in the word, I might be studying, I might be drawing, and just, oh shoot, 12. Hey, 12, man, 12. Even if somebody, it's just something that's been going on for so long, it's just something you do. You know what I'm saying? All right, don't mean to jump topic. Let's just say street terminology. All of us on the block. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And okay, you might just pull it up because, you know, hey, what's up, sharp? Boy, you know, you ain't trying to, but I might be trying to grind. Mm-hmm. But then, hey, boy, hey, you might pull up, hey, boy, you know, I just came over there on the store, but just know police, see right there, okay, well, shoot, you get the bomb on.
Right.
Okay, boom. But then if you ain't never pull it up and let me know, I could have been still out here. Then you don't pull it off, and then the police that came around. They're like, dang, you see what I'm saying? So that's how you gotta look at that. Especially when we inmates that's in a dorm together. We sleeping here together. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, no disrespect. Yeah, give me your rules. That's how you don't want to hear that. Okay, I respect that. But in the same token, these are rules. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we gotta live in here. At the end of the day, we gotta sleep in here. We gotta survive here. So this, you know, in order for it to be a dorm and us to have just that much unity, bro, you can at least tell them 12, bro. Damn, bro, you let troll not see. Now it's a whole commotion now. Mm-hmm. I done got caught. I done got this my hustle. I don't get no money. I done got a tattoo gun, dog. Mm-hmm. And bro, you ain't said 12. You said, now it's a problem, man. Now you taking food out of my mouth. You see what I'm saying? So it go on and on. But I say that though because like we had this one, like I told you, this one officer. But see, like, he ain't cool though. Yeah. Nothing cool about him. He might play like he's straight and I ain't 12, but really you is 12. Because you understand how we like as an inmate and you feel me? Like, what's the problem? What's the problem to my bro? I ain't gonna say like they trying to straddle the fence like, but I got a job. Yeah. Do not compromise me. Whatever, like, don't make me
get down.
Don't make me get down.
Right.
So that's what we used to do then. You know what I'm saying? We go out here. Hey, ball man, check this out, man. We finna all right, say no more then. Look, we gonna work first, bro. After we clean, when you cut the compound, it's hang got, cause we gonna start early in the morning. Man, before lunchtime, we done cut the whole compound. So between 11:30, 2 o'clock, man, we chilling. We chilling, man. We hanging out. We behind the dorm somewhere big back there, man. We chilling, we hanging out, man. But it's like it's like this here, man. As long as y'all do what y'all gotta do on mine, y'all doing what y'all wanna do. You know what I'm saying? Do what you gotta do in order to get what you want done. I used to like slide, you know, get a little hustle on, like, you know, I call it beating feet. I used to like beating feet, go over here, go off in the slide, chill over here, you know, make a couple dollars. If I gotta make a little canteen, you know what I'm saying? But it's how you do it. You know what I'm saying? That's what all man love, because it's not what we do, it's how we do things, you know, in life. And whether it's wrong or bad, that's something I had to come to realization about, because it's simple fact that like, dang, dog, the same amount of energy I'm doing, I could be putting this in here, and where I come out so much better, dog.
See, now this is probably where I'm gonna differ from most cool officers, because I don't even want you to do that. You know why? Because my mindset is already what your mindset is. If you could take the time to come up and devise this plan to beat your feet like you and not get caught, why you can't do something regular?
That's real.
That's all I be trying to get guys to think like that. Like, dog, I don't need you to hustle. Like, Hustling got you here 9 times out of 10.
That go back to the white man's plan.
But see, listen.
Because they want us in the hustle state of mind to where this all we know.
But see, we give them that. We give them that.
We gave them that leverage for them to have
Listen, if we don't do what they give to us, go show me a poppy field in America. Go point to me in one poppy field in America. There's no way there's a poppy field in America. You can't grow here. So that means you can't produce no coke. You can't produce no coke. You can't produce no crack. Right? Show me the opioid field where you can grow some heroin. Opioid plant where you can grow heroin. You don't have that here. All that stuff was given to us, right? So we took it and thought we was doing something with it. But this will make me mad with us.
We weren't doing nothing, destroying ourselves.
Not just that. A heroin addict in 2022. How? Like who have you seen beat it? A crackhead in 2022. Who you seen beat it? Like that's how I'm looking at it, because like unlike most officers, I'm gonna just say it, I come from a different place. Like I come from hustle. Like that's where I come from. Like they make movies and documentaries about where I come from. I come from Detroit, east side of Detroit. Ooh. So I done seen it. Now I done seen this get hit with bricks upon bricks. I done 40, 50 grand in the just walking around with. Like that's light work. But at the same time, like you said, somebody showed you something different. And like these niggas is different now. Like my people wouldn't let me. No, they was doing their thing. Yeah. But if I came to them and been like, B, I'm trying to get on here, I'd have got shot. Let me go get on that football field where you belong.
Yeah, man.
Like this ain't for you. So what makes me mad with us is that we always feel like we gotta choose this.
Right.
Like we got to. Why we got to? Like when you can, I don't care how poor you is, how broke you is in the hood, you can see people on airplanes.
Really?
Like you can turn on your TV and see somebody on the airplane. You know what I'm saying? You see the mailman, the mail lady come dropping mail off at your house every day. And you know they ain't staying where you stay at. They going to a nice spot.
For real.
What makes us think that the only thing we can do is hustle? Cause that's our vice. If we ain't hustling, we rappers.
We would.
And we looking at a false the biggest facade in Black America, the two biggest facades, the church and rap.
Man.
The two biggest facades we ever walk into. Those things have us hostage. When you see a nigga that's finna be 40, talking about he finna start a rap career. Where? You 40, dog. Like, what you finna do with that? Like, that ain't for you. Like, come on, it's a million other things you can do in the world.
Amen.
A million other things you can do. But we have to tap into ourselves and say,
dang.
Well, you gave me the chills just till you said that.
Man, for real, like, man, we gotta tap in ourselves and say it gotta be different.
You have to tap in and tune with yourself to know, because you don't do that, it take time out. Okay, hold on, let me get right. Hold on. And at least try to, like, say when you driving, and either you gonna be like swerving or at least try to like stay in lane, at least try to control it. Okay, I think I got a feeling of it. But if you gonna try to do that, you ain't gonna really find like or be on the right track of what the Creator has planned for you. Or you see what I'm saying? So it's like I say, I used to, I had to learn that like, this ain't the only thing I could do. Like I told, like, I played 1 year AAU basketball, man. I played for the Lochway Hornets.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't never played organized basketball. That 1 year, I really, like, to me, like, in the hood basketball, I'm pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Like, we always, every day we doing it, so I know how to do a little, so I learned to crossover. Like,
Yeah.
oh, shoot, boy, oh, shoot. His older brother, I learned how to shoot. Oh, shoot. Okay, so I know the basic fundamentals. But I never played organized basketball, but that 1 year AAU, bro, I got to prison, and bro, I just like, prison helped me just find this inhibition and like, you know what, man, give me the ball, man, let me show y'all something. And just got this LeBron James syndrome where I just take off and just, man, you know what, man, we losing, dumping, man, y'all tripping, man. And it just, I found that inner love, and it released something, dog, and I'm to the point now, it's like, man, the sky's the limit, man.
Facts.
The sky's the limit, man.
Facts.
And like you say, man, you have to tap in tune with yourself to like, in order to release that inner end, you know what I'm saying? And man, like, me and bro been brainstorming, and bro, everything we saying, I visualize, bro, this can come, bro, we finna do that. We can do that. If you would've called me, like, man, like, I don't know where we gonna get the money from, man. How we gonna, man? Bro, you know that, man. Whoever, man. See what I'm saying? But now it's like I don't have that. Ain't no doubt. Ain't no second guessing. Right. Like a wise man once told me, you got a second guess, then that ain't for you. If I got a second guess to be with you, nah, I'm straight. You see what I'm saying? Right. So, man, prison has helped so much, man. Like I say though, some people take prison as a bad thing, or people like, hey, you went to prison? Oh, you ain't convicted for that. But man, it ain't about that. I call it the isolated specialist college, like almost like schooling.
It is. You know, it's funny you say that, man.
It's schooling. Cause
I done seen dudes go in there, like, you want a real lawyer?
Oh man, I told you. Oh man.
Isn't it jail gonna get you free?
I'm talking about
You need to get life sentences knocked off.
I'm talking about these dudes, they live in the law library. Yeah. Did you know that this how I learned how to construct a possession, man. Like I ain't get caught with no fire, nothing, but you know, I never know that like if let's just say for example, if I point and be like, yo man, he had the gun, but police pull up on him, they ain't find no gun. That got a gun right there because I say you had a gun. You see what I'm saying? Or like constructive possession. Like it ain't on my person, but like I'm in the car, but it's up under the seat. You see what I'm saying? That's mine. But did I know that? Oh shoot, this ain't even my car. I didn't even know the gun was there. So you gotta reduce that until, you know what I'm saying, like constructive possession. You gotta reduce that charge. You gotta drop it to something else. You know what I'm saying? And these things, I ain't know just some of the simplest things, bro. You see what I'm saying? But these dudes are highly intelligent, nigga, every day. Like,
they ain't intelligent.
These dudes are actually, like, say, this one dude, he was banded. Like, he been pushing out so many motions, and he can't get out. He can't get out. He got, like, a life sentence consecutive 30, but he been fighting and fighting for so long that, you know, and he actually know what he doing. So what they do is, man, you know, they banned him out of court. Like, man, so they deny this motion or do this here, but knowing that, man, because the stuff he know, man, let the man get on the streets, man.
But listen though, I don't even say he highly intelligent. He just studied.
I call that. I like that.
He just studied. Like, Shot, how much you to learn since leaving Christianity by just studying the book?
A lot.
Like, it's it's just study. Man, I remember when we first left the church and we was just doing a Shabbat at home, right? My son came to me and was like, Dad, in this past 3 weeks, I learned more sitting here going through the book than I ever learned in church. And he been in church his whole life.
That's crazy, man.
He was 15, 16 at the time.
It go back to what me and you talked about the other night, where we talked about how the skybox, okay, that's what I was talking about. Like, I feel like once I took that step back, now I'm up in the skybox. Like, all them years I was serving in the church, I was on the field. I was doing a lot of work on the field, but now, once I took that step back, now I'm in the skybox. I'm like,
you can see the
dang,
whole
I can
thing.
see it, bro. Like, I can see where we roll right now. I can see why. Dang, I see why this right here happened now. And it's like, it gave me this perspective now where I can look and say, dang, I see my other brothers that's still on that field, and I'm like, cuz, listen, I hear what you saying, but I got a whole scope right now. I can see, bro, it's a dead end, bro.
Crazy. The funny, that is, in sports, the majority of practice is still film study.
Yup. And we do that every Monday.
That's your biggest part of practice is film study.
Film study. We're going to do that Monday, and then we're going to go out here and practice the play. We're going to go out here and say, like, okay, today, say, for example, it's just an example. We run out a wing T formation. All right. But shoot, they I formation. So we got to set a defense to where, okay, look, man, they pushing the I. They can do a spread and then have the single back, or you know what I'm saying. So we got to set a defense up to where we can that I formation. Now we got a wing T, so we can cover play. We can run an option out the wing. We can do a toss. We can do a half back when he come out of there. You know what I'm saying. So it's like that. Like you said, that's
so you can see, like when I play arena ball, every morning we gonna look at film from the practice the day before. Not just look at film from the game or the opponent, but film from the practice.
Yeah, now that's good. That's
because you gonna see, you can critique everything you've done wrong. Yeah. Like, so studying and having a whole clear view of the whole picture, it changes everything. So in the case of the other inmates, first thing they get that most of us don't have is time. They ain't distracted no more.
Oh man.
They ain't distracted no more. 2, they get purpose. Because now they looking for freedom. Dog, we take all this as luxury. This is a distraction.
What?
I'm being wanted like this.
Man, you absolutely, I totally agree.
This here is the distraction. Half the time I don't do stuff because I get home and I'm comfortable. I'm straight. I ain't got to do nothing else. That's a distraction.
Oh, that's real.
You got to a point where you're comfortable and there's no purpose. There's no purpose. But for that guy inside that prison, he got a purpose. He trying to go home.
He trying to get to.
And like I told dude, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, you good?
Like I told dude, he was like, man, shoot, man, bro, I live better than here. I said, man, I be homeless and on the street because freedom is priceless, man. Freedom is priceless, man. And I'd rather be homeless but free than in prison rich. Because at the end of the day, I only get $100 a week. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Half of the time, you're gonna take my privilege anyway. It might be a month before I even get to swipe my card. And I'm being told my money is being managed by somebody else that don't even, you know what I'm saying? Like, he controlling my money. You see what I'm saying? So, just cause I might have $1 million on my account, I ain't no different from you because you got $20. Because when they call that window, we gonna spend the same amount. We might get 5 skins. So you spent your $20, all I can spend is $20. So you see what I'm saying? So I ain't no different from you. You see what I'm saying? So it's like,
real.
That's why I say that though, you know what I'm saying, too low, man. But prison, man, is, like I said, it's like a college, man, because bro, I learned so much, man. Like I told dude, listen, I don't know how to fight, but man, I know how to defend myself damn good. So man, listen, I got older brothers and sisters. I'm the baby dog, and like I just been getting took up through there. So when I went up the road, it's like second nature. Listen, you can't do nothing that my brother ain't do to me, man. So when I get in here and check, let me show you something, man. Cause And I got older brothers, man, it ain't spare me, man. It ain't just, like, no, these dudes pinning me down. Shut up.
Bow, bow, bow.
Like, dang, mama.
Hell,
looking like, you better get your ass up out that damn man. So it's like, man, when in there, I just, you know what I'm saying? So, like I tell the dude, cause I don't want to be sound like I'm just praising myself or something like that. Like, bro, look, I just know how to defend myself. Like, damn, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I just straight up. You know what I'm saying? But prison just showed me so many things. Prison had helped me like learn how to deal with different people with different personalities, man. Cause you gonna have all the time. You gonna have bugs. Like a bug, like just to say insects, man. You got all type of bugs. You got ladybug, you got a beetle bug, you got all type of bugs. Now see, bug ain't a bad thing to its levels to it. Like for example. I say that, listen to me. It sounds funny though. It sounds funny though. But listen to it. Like for example, I got a sense of humor. You know what I'm saying? I like to make people laugh. Hey, you know what I'm saying? They be like, boy, you a bug. You know what I'm saying? But really, you know, it's just me. You know what I'm saying? It's just a sense of humor. But then you got these ones that bug be going, this all we do all day. You walk around and like, yo, bro, he a bug. See what I'm saying? It's a different level of bug. He like a beetle bug, you know what I'm saying? But he like a love bug, cause he just, you know, he loves to make people laugh. It's crazy though, but you got different levels of bugs. You got different type of insects.
I feel you.
And that's what you know what I'm saying, helped me, dog, to get through, like, man, cause I done dealt with so many different individuals. Like, bro, like, I ain't gonna lie, like, this last couple months, like, before I get West, I think these people doing this on purpose. They want to see me snap. They want to see me lose. They want to break me just before the, you see what I'm saying? And they been putting these weird people in my room. No compatibility. No type of, you know what I'm saying?
You ain't even supposed to
I'm work release status. I'm like,
you 3-3.
no, I was a 3-1. Only reason why I stay at a 3 like my house because I had an STG 5. Okay, but like, I'm work release status. Like, I can go to work release. Work release can get me any given day. But then they throwing these closed custody. He like a 4, 5. He's sighted. He going pill line.
Is that something that they do? Is that something that they do as far as compatibility?
Yeah,
they have to do that.
They
supposed to do that according to Chapter 33, the proper seizure, DOC. That's what they supposed to do. Like, you got other jumps like the administration, they don't play.
Yeah.
You know, especially the one where they get killed and stuff. Like, they taking that serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, they take that serious. But then you got these other little spots where like the administration just, and they just recycling. I like, hold on. How you a nurse? What, you just a officer just a couple months ago? I know you ain't got no medical type of, you know what I'm saying? She done went from the nurse, now she in the clarification. Oh man, I know you ain't gonna help me, you know what I'm saying? No way, but that's what they've been doing at my last spot. So it's like, it's crazy, man, but it helped me how to deal with. But I know that was the creator testing me because when I get out, I'm gonna be dealing with the same type of people, but just free. You know what I'm saying? If I don't hold my composure here, how I'm gonna get it together out there? You see what I'm saying? How I'm gonna get it together out here in a society, whether it's a world out here. It ain't just in this dorm. You see what I'm saying? And
no, that's real though, because I always think, you know, like I was telling one of my boys, he had did 10 years. He got out maybe about 17 or 18. And when he got out, he had been gone really since we had been in high school. He went right before we got to 12th grade. He had been going so long, and when he got out here, I'm just telling him like, man, bro, listen. Well, you've been gone for a long time. But the world different, bro. You gonna run into all type of people. You gonna see all types of things. And he was on Facebook and Instagram. I'm like, bro, listen.
Get off that.
Boy, it's different, bro. It's different, bro. And you gonna, people will, bro, like people, it's just a different world, bro. Some people are cutthroat. They'll look at you, know that you've been gone for a minute. And they'll try to use all type of stuff, bro. And I'm just like, just be careful, bro, because you just never know what type of person you gonna run into. You don't know how people, people hitting you up on, he had people hitting him up on Facebook, and he don't know how these fake pages and stuff to be writing. I'm like, bro, listen, man, that's fake. Boy, don't open that. Like, but he don't know that because he ain't never used these things, and so he getting caught up in doing this and doing that. And I'm like, bro, listen, bro, if you see something, real talk.
Let me know.
Yeah, real talk, man. It be some real stuff on these social media sites that if you ain't really been using social media, you would like, bro, to be your own friends. Like one of my pages, one of my old Instagrams just got hacked. And so it'd be writing people like my wife, writing my friends. So some of my homeboys call me like, hey bro, you that's real, what you talking about? I'm like, what you talking about? He like, bro, you just wrote me on Instagram talking about Bitcoin. I'm like, bro, that ain't me. But they talking like me. They're like it's me. And my homeboy called me like, okay, I was finna tell you, I was finna write you back, and he was like, the page was saying that I had received these Bitcoins and I can help him get paid and all this crazy stuff. Bro, it ain't even me, bro.
Wow.
And so it's like, but if you don't know that and you ain't been out here.
No, that's all you know. That's all you.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, that's me.
Because I'm like, man, listen, man, please, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like if you don't know this stuff and you done been going, bro, it's all types of stuff you could. People be trying to get your identity, they trying to get your information.
Yeah.
If you click on this link, it'll get all your stuff, bro. So it's like, when you been going like that, I just always tell them, dog, bro, listen, well, be careful on that social media, bro, because it's all type of stuff out there, bro.
I just social media just in general, man.
Real talk, bro.
You want, talking to certain people. Everybody ain't who they used to be.
For real. And I had to, you know what I'm saying, like, I always been like observer, aware, like, I don't know, it just, I'm gonna put it like this. The creator blessed me with a gift. And I always been scared of this gift. But not knowing that the gift was just like, I learned how to, use and utilize the gift of prayer. Like, I'm just give you an example. It's just on a small scale of the gift. Like I say, I like to make people laugh, and like, I used to catch myself drawing a big crowd. Like, oh shoot. Like, I get kind of like nervous and like, man, all right, y'all, I'm gone. Then like, bro, what's up, bro? Like, bro, you bro. I'm talking about, I got officers laughing. I'm talking about, it's a big crowd. Like, oh shoot, I ain't thinking it. Now I'm running from the gift. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. Like I told you, in basketball, all the things, 1 year AAU, but I got a prison. I just got like super raw, bro. Like because I have learned to how to use the fundamentals into a skill. Like I got just like, oh yeah, he go for it. I got it. Let me see, he go for it again. I'm gonna pull up on the hook toe, got it. Bim. And it was just like it came to. I learned how to utilize this gift, but it's still scary though because I got out and it's like I can feel it, dog. I can feel it when I like, nah, that ain't right. But I still play it on like it's still like yeah. But I know like, nah. And it's kind of scary because like, I see it, bro. Not only do I see it, I feel it. You know what I'm saying? But he helped me utilize that gift. But yo, man, he good, man. But man, prison is like it's bad because of the decisions we make. What put ourselves in there. But while you in there and what you do with your time, that's what a blessing come in there. That's what the betterment come in there. It's what you do with your time. You see what I'm saying? You got people, man, like dude told me, man, it's what you make of your time, man. It can be hard, it can be easy, it can be long. You know what I'm saying? But bro, I just did 15 years, bro. I stand here today and tell you that right now, bro, I don't know what 15 years in, bro. It went just that fast, bro. It sound crazy. You know why? Because I kept myself occupied. I kept myself busy. I kept my mind not just be worried about the bid. You see what I'm saying? And that's what
That's how a lot of cats lose it.
And that they lose it because they get lost in the salt. When you get lost in the salt, and you just get stirred up, and before you know it, you at the top, and then you keep stirring, you end up at the bottom of the pot. You see what I'm saying?
Man, I just got one more question for you, bro. With everything that you've experienced in the last 15 years, and knowing what you know now, like, what would you say to a young man out there that's struggling with some of the things that you probably was struggling, you know, going through, and might be going down that same path that you went down? Like, if you could just give a young man some wisdom right now, you know, like speak to a young man like you talking to him right now, what would you say to him?
Well, I'll say to him, man, you know, a wise man once told me, he said, man, you got 3 types of learners. You got the ones that listen and learn, you got the ones that go through it and learn, and you got the ones that just ain't gonna never learn. I'm tired of going through stuff and learning, so I advise the little youngest man to listen, man. To listen. That way you won't have to go through the stuff that. So listen to me. That way you won't have to go through what I went through 15 years. You might not get sentenced to 15 years. You see what I'm saying? You might not even get sentenced at all. It could be right now at the time, man. Nowadays, it's killing. And they handing out football numbers, man. I'm talking about the whole. I ain't talking about 100 yards because you got to count the end zones too. That's 100. Come on, that's an old 110. So you know what I'm saying, and that ain't including the goalposts. You see what I'm saying? So man, just listen to me, man, and man, you know what I'm saying. Education, man. I used to hate my mama would tell me, man, boy, you need to stand, go take your butt back to school, man. Go back and get in school, man. Get enrolled in somebody's school, man, and you'll be amazed, man, how much you accomplish, man. Think about it. Let's just say, for example, Santa Fe Community College. You got the best of all the world, man. All the females. Let's just be real, man.
Yeah.
I'm just being real.
Oh yeah, be real.
Come on, man. You around all the females. Who don't want to be around females, man? You know what I'm saying? Okay. And let's just say if you... No, I ain't gonna say that, but... Get in school, man. Educate yourselves, man. And real talk, man. You know what I'm saying? And be the learner that listen instead of the learner that go through it. You see what I'm saying? So and I refuse to be a learner that just ain't gonna never learn that. You know what I'm saying? And that's the mind frame you gotta have, man. Like I said, the wise man once told, you got 3 types of learners. You got the ones that listen and learn, you got the ones that go through the learn, and you got the ones that just ain't gonna never learn, dog. So put yourself in one of them brackets, man, or learning, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta go through it in order to know something, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's just life. But not only my mistakes, I'm gonna learn from your mistakes. So learn from my mistakes. That way you won't have to, go through it. So that's where the listening come in at, man. So man, I just encourage you, man, to the same energy that you putting out here running these streets, man, you can use that same energy, dog, into something positive, something constructive, dog. And I promise you, dog, man, that man, you'll come out way better. It might take a little bit longer. Who cares? I mean, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter. I'd rather, you know what I'm saying, take, a little longer than me going to prison and taking another 5 years to wait till I get free to accomplish my goals that I need to do out here. You see what I'm saying? So, man, I encourage you young brothers, man, and young sisters, man, to educate you, man. Education, man. Because they say without the mind, the body's dead. You know what I'm saying? So, education, man. And that's just my words of encouragement right there.
I heard it right here, man. Listen, we got the OG in the building with us. Man that spent a good chunk of his life trying to make things right. The man is free. I encourage all those that are listening and watching it right now, man, listen. Don't be the guy to learn from your own mistakes. Learn from other people's mistakes. You can see what people are doing. Don't take that road. Make sure you try to focus on the Most High, man, and all your actions. In all your actions, and he would guide you in the right way.
Definitely.
He would guide you in all of your walks, your endeavors, your thoughts. all your creativity, it all comes from him. And I don't want to see you, man. I don't want to be a working city.
For real, man.
Flat out. I don't want to be a working city. If I can lose my job because I don't get to see you, that means ain't nobody behind them gates.
Facts.
Job well done.
Facts.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I just want to say this last thing. Man, for any kid out there that's going through whatever it is that you got going on, just know, man, it ain't worth it. You know, I talk with a lot of young cats over the years, and I got a few of them right now behind them bars, and you know, I hate saying stuff like I told you and all this type of stuff, but you know, I be there for them. You know, no young dude right now doing 15. You know, and the whole time he was out, I'm giving him guidance. I'm helping him. I'm doing whatever I can to make sure he don't go down that route. And he still chose to do what he did. And now he behind the bars, you know, and I write him to make sure he all right, send him money every now and then to make sure he's straight. And he always be like, man, big bro, you was right. Like, it wasn't about me being right. I just ain't want you to be where you at right now.
Right.
You know, and now he's seeing it now that he behind the walls, and he like, yeah, bro, you know, when I get out, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. You know, I can see a little better now. I see what you were saying. I see who was my homeboys, who wasn't my homeboys. And I'm like, yeah, it's all good. You know, but your life ain't over yet, bro.
Right.
And that's all I want you to know, that
Right.
just because you where you at, that don't mean your life over. You can get out of here and live a life that you ain't never even imagined when you get out of here because of everything that you've learned while you was behind them. And you know, and that's always my encouragement to a young man, that just because you in prison, that don't mean that your life over. Just because you got in a little trouble and you made a few mistakes, bro, you ain't that mistake, bro. That's not you.
Right.
You know, that's just something that you did, but that doesn't define you. And so that's always my message to any young man out there. So any young man that might hear this, or if you got a family member that's going through this and they might hear this, just know that you ain't gotta make the mistakes that you make. You don't have to. You choose to do it. And if you choose to do it, that does not mean that your life is over. But that could mean that you might be in a place where you don't want to be at for the rest of your life.
Facts.
You got the choice. It's all on you. You know, that's all. That's we have the choice to make the decisions or not make the decision. You know, so just know that, you know, you got some brothers right here that's behind you. If you need some help, you need some support, you need, you know, that circle and people that can be there to help you, man, that's what we here for. You know, that's we men that's gonna help, you know, right, if you allow us to.
Right.
And that we only can do what we can.
Don't be scared of help, man.
Straight up. So
be prideful.
That's what it's about. So I just wanted to add that.
And that's another thing. I don't mean to, but like you say, don't be prideful. See, pride ain't a bad thing either, though. Pride. When you learn how to break this word down and utilize it, see, sometimes you gotta fold it up, put it in your back pocket. Sometimes you gotta rip a piece off, ball it up, swallow it. You gotta know how to utilize this word, man. See, like for example, I take pride in my work. Everything I do, whether I'm sweeping, cleaning up, wiping down, I take pride in that. Whether I'm cooking, because that's just how I am. You know what I'm saying? To my best ability. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes pride can get you messed up too. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, I don't need no help. See, that's what you get. That's what the messed up part get. You know what I'm saying? When you let your pride determine whether or not the decision, a better decision in life. You know what I'm saying? So, tap in tune with yourself, man, and learn how to break this word pride down, man, and use it, man, to your best ability, man, for the right reason, for the righteous cause, for the because, man, like you say, somebody always watching. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, that's just my word to you, man. And I thank y'all brothers for having me on here, man. You know what's up? It was real pleasure, man, and I appreciate it.
Real love, dog. Man. Hey, listen. Boy, when y'all see me and my dog, y'all know it's love, bro. Like hey,
straight up.
It's still what? Shoot, we over 20 years of. Well, we've known each other since over 25 years. Really, we met.
Yeah.
We met a long time ago. So there's a
man.
lot of history here, man, and
it's genuine, man. That's the beauty of it, man. It's genuine, man. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk. But like I said, man, y'all know where to find this at, man. Me and Can We Talk, Instagram, Facebook, and if y'all want to listen to any of the other episodes, go find us on YouTube at Me and Can We Talk Podcast. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple Podcasts. Y'all go and check out every other episode, man. We done put out a lot. Just within these 8 episodes, it's just a lot of meat in there, man. You know, a lot of stuff that you can grab and you can chew it and you can eat it, whatever it is that you can't take, spit the bones out.
Spit the bones out,
right? Straight up. But it's a lot out there, man. So y'all continue to look forward to more episodes. We got a lot more planned.
Indeed.
We coming with a lot, man. So we got some things in the community that we gonna be doing with the Dad Can We Talk podcast. So y'all continue to stay tuned for that, man. I got a lot of plans I got coming up. So y'all just continue to stay tuned, man. Continue to support. And hey, listen, man, we gonna end it like that. My boy, it was love, bro.
Love,
real
man. Thank y'all. Yes, sir.
Hey, yo, man. It's Man Can We Talk. We about it.
Low exercise. He back. It's wartime. Pain on my face, it's time to gear up. I hear they talking fly about my king, it's time to live up. They done woke up a lion, ain't no stopping when I'm stepping. It's too late now, it's rapping in my jeans, no need for guessing, you flexing. While we repping that Loheen to the fullest, loaded clip. Man, we shoot from the hip, I dare you to pull it. These bullets is encrypted with scripture, call it the truth. That'll kill a lie in a second, but it's meant to say to you. You see the murder they committing in the booth. These musical crime lords with no verifiable proof, they sterilizing the youth. You throw your life away, give all of your time away if they verify you with blue checks. You don't see it? Okay, I ain't mad at that. Pillars eyelids, that's something we do. Clear up that cataracts, snap a cap. What I'm telling you is the facts, this ain't no battle rap. Your opponent's out of your habitat. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna give it to you straight 180 degrees. Cooking these rappers, prepare my plate, I need a full course. I ain't for the hype, I'm going full force. They trying to separate, well then, it's time to pull a torch. I'm mad now. Think I'm stupid, sound like my dad now. They stuff the beef to incite our demise. That's a cash cow, it's bad how. We know we shouldn't eat it, but it's delicious. Then they flip it, and they tell you you sick. They fed you that mad cow. Turn back to your maker the only way. Cause they masked up, we wrestle with spirits, McFoley face. But it's time to shed that flesh like dead skin. Exfoliate, cleave to the ruach. Get away from them people that's trying to promote the hate. It's common sense. Honor him, what kind of mind you in? Protect your energy. La Mashiach to be your conduit. You a condiment. He the main dish, just mind your place. That's what I condiment. Obey and watch him. You a condiment. He the main dish, just mind your place. That's what I condiment. Obey and watch him. You a condiment. He the main dish, just mind your place. That's what I condiment. Obey and watch him. Look, hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished? I gotta address the people like I'm running for Senate. Listen, I'm overexhausted with brothers sipping. Castrate your manhood for the box, looking like Pharaoh's henchmen. Smear the women? Nah, I can't, cause they bear the children. They beat a bear to the air till he wearing they feminism.